Oh, hey guys, sorry about that. I was just kind of dozing off here, you know, kind of looking at this little Proficiency pocket rod here, just kind of, you know, just daydreaming about today's challenge. You know, if you guys want to know more about this challenge, if you know, you're new to the channel, or if you haven't done so yet, go ahead, click that subscribe button, click that like button. Go ahead and you stay tuned for this, because this is going to be a heck of a challenge today, guys. We're down here at Casey Creek in Trigg County, and today I think I might have bit off more than I could chew, because I'm going to use this little Proficiency rod here, this little pocket mini, going against these three guys right here. They have an open tackle box. They can use whatever they want, however they want, for an hour. I have to use this for another hour. Whoever catches the most fish wins the challenge. So, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and dive in here today. Stay tuned, and these guys are up first for the first hour, so we're going to get these guys going here, and we're going to see how many fish these guys can get in their hour. So stay tuned, and thanks for tuning in to the channel. So excited to get this challenge going here that I left my my chest piece at home, so I'm going to go ahead get this timer started here. We had to wait a little bit downstream to find a good pocket of fish. My phone's booting back up here right now.
Hold on.
We're going to set the timer for 1 hour, and we're going to count down in 3, 2, 1. Fish. Time is going. We're going to see who can pull out the most fish here today in their respective time limits. Leanne looks like she's got one chasing her trout magnet there. Eli, I don't know what he's doing. He's fishing on the bank. Caleb's trying to drift approach here. It's a good approach. Eli, I think he might be a little bit too shallow for these fish. I will say I'll give a little bit of help here with trout magnet jigs. Honey, you cannot just let them sit on the bottom. You actually have to work them.
Yes, sir.
They are a micro jig.
Yes, sir.
Now these fish are active. They are acting very, very active toward these lures. I've been watching them swipe at these lures, and you know, we're having some misconnections here going on right now. Wait, we might have the first fish going on here. Caleb's bobber was under. Eli is still fishing on the bank. He must think the fish are going to come to him. Now I will say there is a good pocket of about 50 fish sitting in here, so there's plenty of fish to be caught in this little pocket. I think Leanne might be going for the bobber. I think she might be done with the jigging. Yep, Leanne got that bobber on there. She might be running a little shallow, but we'll see what goes on here. And she's definitely running on the shallow side of things there. It's amazing the shallow water these fish swam through to get to this little deep pocket down here. This creek was actually just stocked on Thursday. They put 1,000 in here, and we were down here last week, and I think there were maybe two, if that, two, maybe three trout that were actually holed up in this little hole last weekend. And the fish they actually put in on Thursday, some of them have already made it down to this little deep pocket here, and they've had to swim through water that was no deeper than probably 3 or 4 inches at spots to get down to this deep pocket. That's amazing how you know, just how resilient these fish can be when they're looking for some deeper water that's a little bit more oxygenated. We're a few minutes into this, and I'm actually surprised that no one's got a fish out of this yet. We're actually 5 minutes in right now. We still don't have a fish out of here. These fish are active. They are, you know, like I said, they are going to, after these lures, they are swiping at them. They're not getting overly aggressive with them. They're just doing short swipes, and I think these guys just might be a little too slow on the draw with, you know, getting a hook set on a fish here. Now, I guess you guys can see this over here. Leanne, she's already noticed that the color she was using wasn't working for her, so she's actually switching up, which is actually a smart move, because you don't want to switch. You don't want to stick with the same thing for too long, because the trout will eventually, they will figure out that whatever you're throwing at them, if it doesn't look real to them, they're not going to go after it anymore. They're going to just let it go by the wayside, and you know, they're just going to be like, okay, we're on to your game here. We know you're not throwing anything real at us, and you actually won't get any hookups. It looks like a majority of these fish have actually migrated to the north side of the hole now, and done so very, very quickly for whatever reason. Not sure if they've seen sudden movement or what have you, but all of a sudden I am not seeing any fish on the back side of this hole. They're all up on the front side of the hole now. Eli just lost one there. He actually had one that buried his bobber, and he was slow on the draw on that, so he had a chance to draw first blood and missed it. Caleb's getting a bite. Leanne is, I think she might be drawing first blood here. All right, Leanne's got one on the board. She switched up. What color trout magnet was that?
Black.
All right, she switched up to the black trout magnet. She's actually got first blood using black, so that might be something to keep in mind going forward in this challenge right now. We got some thunder happening in the background right now. I'm going to go ahead and check our weather here real quick. These storms are actually rolling in sooner than what they were forecasted to. Well, we're only 12 minutes into the challenge. All right, Leanne's hooked up again. Switched up to that orange skirt, and she's on number 2. All right, she's going to go for the quick release here. Very quick release. He wasn't even going to wait for her to put him down. He said, nope, I want back in. He's actually, I don't know if you can see him, he's swimming over there on the far side right now. He's actually going downstream. Oh, no, he turned around. He's coming back up to the hole. I guess he realizes it's getting a little too shallow for him right now. Eli just lost one. He was hooked up. And unfortunately, I can't pull the weather up because I don't have any service in this little valley that we're in right now. So we're just gonna have to take our word with what Mother Nature's singing to us in the background, so to speak, and believe that we have a thunderstorm moving in based on the thunder that we're hearing.
Dad, I switched up to NRV baits yellow thing.
What are them yellow things, Caleb?
Speckled pups.
Yep, Caleb just switched up to NRV green speckled pup. That's actually a very sneaky lure for this creek. I've had a lot of success on that particular lure in this creek.
Use it like a worm now.
And Caleb is hooked up on NRV Baits green speckled pup. So, and after he gets this one in, we are actually going to pause this at the 15-minute mark, and we're going to go ahead and work our way back up to the first hole upstream, just because I don't want us to get caught out in this storm. So
You need the net?
Yeah.
Right there.
we're going to go ahead and help Caleb get this fish off here. We're going to work our way upstream, so we'll get back with you guys. We finally got that storm to pass through, guys. We moved back up to the first hole upstream so we can get out of the water. So we're going to go ahead and get this clock started here again. We get this on camera here. So we got 44 minutes and 34 seconds of them being able to catch as many fish as they can before I jump in. So in 3, 2, 1, here we go. Leanne had a swing and a miss.
Eli's on.
Eli's on his first one. Leanne's on. We got a double.
And you still gotta use whatever you got.
Could we get a triple? Could we get a triple? Could we get a triple? We have a triple.
What number we at?
We have a triple, guys.
6.
Does that count?
That counts. You touched the fish. That counts.
Oh, you.
Watch
I
now.
That one does not count because Caleb did not touch the fish. So unfortunately, that fish did not count. So they were at 5 fish.
I lost my creek block and my hook.
You gotta tie your knot tighter there, son.
Hook. Right.
Do I have any more? Yes. Do you have any of these, Eli? No, I don't got any of those. I don't get special ones.
Another swing and a miss.
Too quick. Too quick.
We had a quick flurry of action there.
You're at a major disadvantage.
Too much slack. Too much slack. I know. I know what I did. And I had him chase me in.
Oh, remember, Eli, the longer you're out of the water, the less fish you're catching. So you better make sure you got a very, very tight knot on that hook, so you don't have the same problem again.
Too quick, too quick. Y'all want it? Come get it. No? Okay.
We got one retying and one untangling, and only one fishing. This is not looking good for the trio right now.
The one they can't catch one step alive. It's okay though. We're having fun with it.
Up, up. Caleb is untangled and he's back out in there. He might be running that speckled pup a little too deep though. We are getting a bunch of false hook sets here, folks. These fish are all over these lures. Oh, Leanne is hooked back up. All she has to do is touch the fish and that counts. All right. So they have 6 now total. Quick release on that fish. He's back out there happy and healthy. Caleb's hooked up.
Yeah, let's see if he can grab it. Or at least touch it. You have to at least touch it. Touch it. Just touch it. Hey,
Can he land it? That is a touch. That is a touch. So that counts.
You swallowed it.
All right. That is number 7.
well, then you keep it.
It's a jig head and you swallowed the jig head.
Well, then you'll have to keep that fish.
How do you... I thought they weren't supposed to...
They can swallow those jig heads.
I thought that was the whole point of using jig heads. They killed it.
No, that just cause the jig heads help with the gut hook rate doesn't mean they can't gut hook. I can't help you with that, son. This is a challenge.
No, I'm just showing you that
Oh,
he
that
actually
means you can't help
swallowed
with a
it
big fish.
completely.
Okay, I'm not saying I don't believe you. The camera sees it, but I can't help you with that. So, I suggest you break your stringer out there, kid. Eli's hooked back up. He's back out there.
This is very weird.
All right, so we're sitting about, where are we sitting right now? We're 22 minutes in, and they've got 7 fish so far.
Hold up.
Looks like the gentlemen to the north of us are starting to get some action up in that school.
Worm. You got any, you big spoon?
Nope.
Well, then, no more using that. What?
Okay.
Now I will give you a little tip here, honey. Your trout magnet skirt is halfway ripped off of the hook, so you might want to fix that if you don't get a fish hooked on this cast. That's probably affecting your presentation.
to change color anyway.
All right,
Go
so
ahead and pause the camera.
we have 3 fishermen out of the water here. Not looking good for these guys with 3 fishermen out of the water. Nope, nope. Caleb in for the save. He's got one out in there. Caleb's hooked right back up too. All right, if he can touch this fish, that's 8 fish for the trio. Can he get a hand on the fish? That is the question. He's got a hand on the fish. That's 8 fish for the trio.
You don't want to step on this fish. This fish needs to be. They start from big this time, Dad.
What are you using over there? Oh, they... Rainbow powder. No. They'll do it.
Hey Eli, you need to reel that bobber up toward the tip a little bit more there, kid. Otherwise you're gonna end up with a tangle. Eli's on. Can he touch the fish? He has to touch the fish. There we go. That's a physical touch. That's 9 fish for the trio.
That I caught a fish.
That's 9 fish for the trio. They're starting to heat up now here, guys.
I don't gotta. Why is white working so well when they should be able to see it?
Eli's hooked up again.
So,
A white trout magnet.
That's 11.
Touch.
That'd be number 10. There it is, number 10 for the trio.
5 seconds. Wait. Go out.
And I do apologize for my filmography skills here, folks. Like I said, I forgot my chest plate at home, so I'm kind of free-handed this and winging it. Can we get hooked up to number 11 here?
Eli, look how this fish is spinning, right? It's doing a headstand.
All right, Leanne's hooked up. All she's got to do is touch the fish, and that's number 11. Fish is touched. There is number 11. That's a chunky little feller, too. Looks like he's wanting to swim off to the other school.
What color are you using, Mom?
Mint green.
They're starting to rack up the numbers now, guys. Eli's hooked up again. Caleb's hooked up. We got a double. Eli just lost his.
Where's my head hooks?
Leanne's hooked up.
Look at my hooks tied correctly. So this
Oh, she's going for the net job. There we go. There's how you net it right there, or land it. You go ahead and net it. So there's number 12 for the trio, and Caleb's got to touch his for 13. That's a touch. That's 13 fish for the trio.
Okay. I drove 2 hours to get here, so I'll be here for a while.
It didn't take us that long.
Wins.
Oh, okay.
Eli is hooked back up again. Can he land this one? That is the question. That was not a touch. He did not touch the fish. He touched the line and not the fish, so that does not count.
Start going for the fish. Jesus.
Looks like we got some trout action going on to the north of us up here. Leanne just lost one.
What's wrong with this jig head?
Isn't that the one you
Another tip for you guys, just because the bobber doesn't go under, if you can see that bait and that fish has that bait in that mouth, set the hook.
That's because my
Leanne's hooked up again here. Could this be number 14?
That's
No, that is not number 14.
this one.
We're still at 13. Caleb's hooked up.
Touch it. Just Touch it. Touch it. Jesus. Touch it.
That's a touch. That's a land.
But the one with the jig head is mine.
They are at 14 fish now.
Because I lost it. Can you come outside, please?
Still got some residual thunder going on in the background. Very fitting for this challenge too.
Why?
Because right now they're bringing the thunder.
I have a question. Does like a part of your brain just open up when you become a dad, where you just create all these dad jokes? Is that what happens?
I mean, I guess that's, you know, the theory behind it anyway. Oh, foul hook on the hook set for Caleb there. He lost his. Leanne's hooked up again. Could this be number 15? There it is, number 15.
Technically, she ain't touching it.
But it is in the net, so that does count as a land. All right, 15 for the trio. Let's check the clock here. Where are we sitting? They've still got 26 minutes left to fish. Anything could happen. They're already up to 15 fish in a little more than 30 minutes, and you know, there's still plenty of time left to go for these three. Let's see what they can get hooked into. Oh, that one almost ripped the skirt off of Leanne's trout magnet.
This bag acts like a table.
Got some more bait changing going on over here.
The white's starting to die on me, so.
Good call, good call. Color starting to fade away. Switch up colors. Caleb's hooked up. No, he was hooked up. He just needs to get a better hook set.
Now you gotta fix it.
And he's got one heck of a mess going on right now, so he might be out of commission for a minute, guys. That was actually a very quick fix for Caleb. I am very impressed with that. All right, Leanne just got number 16 for the trio. Just a little itty bitty guy, but it is a trout and it does count.
Here,
Go
let me
ahead.
Make sure I touch it.
Go ahead for the quick release here.
Oh, you gotta go the other way, dude.
There he goes. Caleb's on.
For 18?
17.
17.
All Caleb has to do is touch a fish, and that's 17 fish. Caleb must like to feel like he's pulling in a whale, because he's got a drag that's so loose that these little half-pound trout are pulling it out. That is it's not touched yet. Now it's touched. It is touched. So that's number 17. Leanne is hooked up again. This is actually a better quality fish here too, guys. This is a much better quality fish. As soon as she hooked up the yellow, they just started flying at it. All right, so they're up to number 18 now. Man, this is things are starting to get real here now, folks. 18 fish in less than an hour, and they still got time.
Don't still have like 15 minutes? Awesome.
And Leanne's got a trout that don't want to leave the net. There he goes. There he goes. What did I say you guys were up to now? 18?
18.
18. 18 trout in less than an hour. This might be number 19 here, guys. Can she get it landed? Can she get... There it is. Number 19 for the trio. They have 16 minutes left. Looks like Eli just switched up to chartreuse trout magnet. And while I'm on here, guys, please make sure to stay to the end of this video. because the winner of this challenge today, whether it's myself or the trio here, will decide on who has what handicap tomorrow at Nolan Lake Tailwater. So you know, just stay tuned. I hope you're really enjoying this video today, because this is one of those challenges. It's getting a little nail biting right now. All right, we are down to 10 minutes and 45 seconds. They've got 10 minutes to get as many fish landed as they can. What color did you just change up there to, honey?
Chartreuse and what?
Chartreuse,
it's a green color.
chartreuse and white. And as soon as she hooked up to it, did that simple color change, she's hooked right back up. And there's their number 20. So they are up to at least 20 fish in less than an hour. Boy, they are bringing the heat right now, guys. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I may have bitten off more than I could chew by even you know, coming up with this challenge. Leanne's on number 21 now. Man, oh man, oh man. It's netted. There's 21. That simple color change just did the trick. Speaking of color change, guys, always keep that in mind for anybody that's trout fishing, new or seasoned. Sometimes if your bite's slowing down, sometimes something as simple as just changing the color up on your pattern could be the difference maker on whether or not you're catching fish or sitting there in a lull. Eli's on again. Could this be their number 22? All he's got to do is touch the fish. That's a touched fish. That's number 22. All right, Leanne's hooked up to number 23. 23 is in the net. Down to 5 minutes and 30 seconds. Coming down to that 5-minute mark. Leanne's hooked up again. I will say Leanne is the one definitely carrying this trio for this challenge. That's what, 23?
24.
24? 24 fish, folks. 24 fish in less than an hour. And these fish are all just going crazy every time these lures get down there. We are down to 3 minutes and 45 seconds. Do they have it in them to possibly hit 30 fish? Eli's back in the water. The team is back up to full strength right when they need it the most. Caleb just had that one chase him all the way to his feet. Leanne is hooked up again. This will be their number 25 if she can get it landed. Can she get it in the net? It's in the net. 25 fish. We are down to 2 minutes and 48 seconds.
But the reason why we're also not getting fish because they're seeing the line.
You don't have floral on, and yes. Or your hook color, but with 3 minutes, I don't suggest anybody change up bait.
We are coming down to the 2 minute warning. They are at 2 minutes left on the clock. Still sitting at 25 fish. Folks, can they add more to the total? We are down to 1 minute. 1 minute left on the clock. Folks, this is it. This is the home stretch for the trio for their hour. Leanne is hooked up again. This is number 26 for the trio. Can she get it landed? It is in the net. 26 for the trio. They got 30 seconds left. Down to 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Challenge is over. The trio's hour is up, folks. 26 fish in less than an hour is the total of the beat. I've got my work cut out for me, guys. Especially since I'm about to have to use
The itty bitty.
this to catch 27 or more fish in an hour. Folks, I don't know if I can get this done, but we're going to give it a shot. So I'm going to go ahead and get rigged up here, and Leanne's going to have to play cameraman for me. I'll still be able to narrate as she's filming. I just, like I said, don't have my chest plate with me, so I'm going to go ahead, jump off here real quick, get myself set up, hand her the camera, change out batteries, and we'll see what I can't get done. Stay tuned.